Hey, welcome to CCH Healthcare Podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Jackson, and this is Voices of Valor. Hey, we're at Scarlet Oaks again today, and we got a special veteran by the name of Raymond Rector coming up. So I want to introduce Raymond to you right now. With no further ado, here's Raymond Rector. Hey, Raymond.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine. You, sir?
I'm good. I always like to start the show by thanking our veterans. So I want to thank you for your service because we know freedom is not free. Somebody had to pay the cost.
Exactly.
So thank you for that.
Somebody died,
That's
so
right.
we have our freedom.
That's
Yes.
right. So thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
So we want to get to know you a little bit. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I was born and raised here in Cincinnati. Went to school here in Cincinnati, went to Central High School. And then I started work, and I quit high school, started work, and then went into the military.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went in, then I went ahead and finished my education. I graduated high school and took some college courses. So I'm grateful for that.
Okay.
And I've got one brother, he's a Marine, and one sister. She's a pain.
Why you say that?
Because she's the only girl, and she thinks she can tell her brothers what to do. That's why I say my brother's a Marine, I'm an Army, and she's a pain.
That's awesome.
But we loved her.
Mm-hmm.
She's passed now. That was my brother, and I'm the only one left.
Oh, wow.
And I met my wife over in Forest Park, Ohio. And then we got married, had one child. Oh, I went into the military, and then we had one child, and then went overseas.
Mm.
That was the hardest thing I had to do, is go off and leave my pregnant wife and my baby.
Mm.
So, but everything turned out good. I was lucky I came back alive. I thank God for that.
Amen.
And done my service to the military. Wished I could go back in.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, before that's what I wanted before we go into the military. So you say you're from here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever live anywhere else besides Ohio?
Yeah. When I was a child, I lived in Florida.
Okay.
And then we moved back up here. My dad's company moved him back up here. And then after I got married, I had moved to Kentucky.
Mm.
And I lived over there for over 40 years.
Oh, wow.
All my work and everything was over there. So I just moved over there.
So what did you do for work?
I was in construction. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I was in construction, built houses.
Okay.
And I've done inside trim, and done painting. But I really liked my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have liked it better if we had a better employer, but he was good. He was my brother-in-law.
Okay.
I loved him. So I loved him.
One of the family things, huh?
Yes. He was okay.
Okay. Awesome. So you're good with your hands is basically what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good,
Yeah.
Good. Let's go into talking about when did you enlist into the military, or were you?
No, I enlisted
Okay.
into the military. I was about to be drafted, And then they postponed it. And then I was about to be drafted again. They postponed it. So I said, heck with it. I just went ahead and enlisted, got it over with, went in.
Yeah. About do you remember when that was?
That was in June. I went in June 21st, 1966,
Wow.
and came out July 1972.
Oh, so how long were you in?
I was in for 7 years.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a long time. So tell us about your basic training.
Oh, basic training. It was scary because you don't know what to expect. But once it's over with, you're glad you went through it because it just made a better man of you.
Wow. Wow.
And I wish I could go back in to the military. I think every young man, if he has the opportunity to go into the military, he should go. It would make a man of him.
Wow. Wow. So what branch were you in?
I was in the Army,
Okay. And what was your rank?
Sergeant E5, Buck
Okay.
Sergeant.
All right. All right. Tell us about that.
Well, I was glad to be sergeant. I had 3 stripes up. I was going up for my E6 for my rocker. That's 3 up and 1 round at the bottom.
Oh,
That's a rocker.
okay.
But I didn't get to go to it. They discharged me. But I enjoyed the opportunity. I had a little command, I had a little say-so of what my guys done because of my rank. And I was glad to do it.
Okay. What was your military job when you was in the military?
Well, my first job was engineers. I operated heavy equipment like bulldozers and
Oh, wow.
loaders overseas.
Okay.
And then when I came back from overseas, my unit was getting ready to go back overseas again. And I want some seaside duty. So my company commander told me, well, look around and see what units are needing somebody and we'll transfer you.
Okay.
So the only ones I could find was military police. And police run in my family. I've got cousins that are cops.
Oh, so you
And
was
I've got one cousin that's a federal agent.
So you was an MP.
Yeah, I was an MP.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
And I was a patrol supervisor because I was a sergeant. I told the guys that had under me their patrol was. And if they needed a supervisor, they would call in and then I would go out or I would meet them out there, whatever their problem was, and help them with their problem.
Okay.
So
That's important.
I like that.
Yeah, it sounds like very important.
So yeah, I thought it was.
Okay.
I mean, some guys let power and stuff go to their head. I never would, I like to give GIs a break. I wrote very few tickets, and I got in trouble over that because I wasn't meeting my quota, writing tickets. But I didn't like to write tickets because it would take money out of their pocket, which could eventually probably take money out of their pockets away from their children and their wives that was with them. And I wouldn't do that.
Wow.
I'd give them a strong warning
Wow.
and let it go.
Wow. Sound like you was a good guy.
Well, I hoped I was.
I know they appreciated that, not
Yeah.
not taking
I
money.
wouldn't write a ticket or arrest somebody unless I absolutely had to. If they gave me no choice in the matter, I would have to.
Gotcha.
But if they didn't, I'd give them a strong warning, tell them next time, this was your break. Next time there is no break, you go straight to jail.
Wow.
And most of them would take the warning,
Yeah. Did you do any traveling while you was in the military?
Not really, not a whole lot. I was stationed at Fort Stewart, Georgia. And I was down there as an MP.
Okay.
And I also worked with, while I was an MP, I worked with two city police departments, the Glenville Police Department and the Hinesville Police Department. We worked together. I've worked with Georgia State Police,
Okay.
and I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Wow. So, tell us a little bit more about what motivated you to want to join the military?
Well, what motivated me was I was wanting to get married, and every time we set plans for me to get married, for us to get married, they would want to draft me. And they'd send my draft notice to me. Hey, no, you're going in the Army.
Oh wow.
So, and then they'd wait a little while, then they send me a letter back. No, not yet. So change your plans. So I got tired of changing my plans. I just went ahead and enlisted to get it over with. I knew I was going to have to go, so I just went ahead and enlisted and went.
Wow. So while you was in the military, did you ever get to see any action? Or?
Yeah, when I was overseas in Korea, I mean, we was shot at several times by North Koreans or Red Chinese. They fired a missile at us once, and our area where we lived was on top of a mountain, and they would shoot a missile at us, and their missile dropped short into a ravine that was over 150 feet and exploded.
Wow.
But yeah, and then every time they would infiltrate, if they infiltrated in our area, we have to go hunt them down. And the South Korean Army did not like to take prisoners. I got to know a Colonel Kim, and I asked him, I said, sir, why don't you take prisoners, He said, well, if we take prisoners, we got to feed them. And we haven't got enough food for our own people, so we're not going to do that. We'll kill them. And what motivated them was they would take and cut the right ear off of their enemy, and they'd string it on wire and wear it on their belt. Then once a month, they'd turn them ears in, and they got so much money for each ear that they had. That was wild.
That is.
But yeah, they loved to go out hunting for their enemy because when they found them, they'd just take a knife and cut the right ear off and put it on their belt.
Wow. And they get money for that.
And they got money for it.
Wow. Yeah. Did any of your soldiers or friends, were they injured or killed?
Well, I had a couple of them get injured, but I've never had one killed. I was lucky there.
Good.
Yeah, we had a couple of them get injured.
Okay, good. So, let's move to, if you said if you could go back, you would. And
Yes.
why would you say that?
If I could go back into the military, if I was healthy enough to go back into the military, I'd be back in the heat. I really loved the military. It made a man of me. And I got to go places and see things that I know that I'd never be able to go and see again.
Wow.
So that's what I enjoyed about it.
Wow. Let's switch gears to tell us some of the most memorable days that you remember being in the military. Some good days, good days.
Okay, one was when I was a police officer. I was out driving on a highway because we was short patrolmen, so I took a a shift and went out on the highway and patrolled. And it was at night. This guy passes me. It was about probably 10 o'clock at night. It was dark out. He passed me on a double yellow line. And I thought to myself, that guy's either drunk or crazy to pass a cop on a double yellow line. So when he got around me, I hit my blue light and tapped my siren, and he pulled over. So I'm telling him, he's jumping out of his car, and I'm putting my hand on my pistol. I don't know what his intentions are. But I get out of my car, and I make him get back in his. He gets back in his car, and he keeps saying, my wife's having a baby, my wife's having a baby. So I thought, okay, that's what women do. And so I walk past his car, and that's why police officers touch the taillight of a car with their hand. That puts their fingerprints on that vehicle. And I can't say, well, he never pulled me over. Well, then how did his fingerprints get on your car?
Wow, I knew that. That's something you're teaching me.
Yeah. And he was telling me, my wife's having a baby, my wife's having a baby. And see, we just got out of class. We had to take classes on how to deliver a baby. All police officers, taxi drivers, bus drivers, fire department, anybody that dealt with the public had to be certified to be able to deliver a baby. So I thought to myself, yeah, right. What's the chances of this happening to me? It was only a month right there doing class. That's when the guy, and I get him in my cruiser, and we get her in the back seat of my car, and I'm calling for a life squad. I tell them where I'm at in case I want one ready in case I have to deliver it. And they told me to try to get her in there. So I called my dispatcher and had him dispatch 2 other officers at certain intervals to stop any kind of traffic because I didn't want to stop for nothing. And I got her down. I seen the hospital when I was approaching it. Got her up. I told them to have a gurney waiting outside for me, and they did. They had a couple of doctors standing by. And I pull in there. We get her out of my car. They're up on the porch, started through the door, and she delivered.
Oh my goodness.
She wasn't even in the hospital yet. She was part of the way in, and she delivered. She had a beautiful little girl.
Wow.
So that was scary. I didn't want to do it.
That's amazing, though.
So
Wow.
I went in, got a cup of coffee, got the information I needed for my report, and then went and seen him, congratulated him, and told him, okay, get one of his buddies to go pick his car up so it's not towed. And he left, or I left. He stayed. I left.
Gotcha.
So, from then on, anytime they said, okay, you got to do this, you got to take a class on this or take a class on, I paid more attention.
To that.
That was something that I never thought in a million years would ever happen to me.
Wow,
But it did.
It did. That's wow. So what was your experience like in the military? You know,
Well, it was a good experience. You know, I mean, I worried all the time that I was going to have to be sent out, go up to the DMZ and be stationed up there because I could lay in my bunk at night and hear them fighting up there, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have to go in and shoot somebody and kill them, you know.
right.
But when we come home from overseas from Korea, we were treated bad from the people. We were called baby killers, and
I remember seeing
people
stuff
didn't
like
want
that.
nothing to do with us, you know.
Right.
And but I'm glad they do now.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they take excellent care of their vets now,
Wow.
especially the ones that's been overseas, like to Iraq and Vietnam and wherever, you know, there's fighting going on.
Right.
They were treated a whole lot better when they come home.
So you remember Korea?
Oh yeah, I'll never forget it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was always real cold over there. The average temperature was about 15 below zero in the winter,
Oh wow.
and so it was pretty cold over there.
Okay.
And the summer it was hot, but it wasn't so bad you couldn't stand it. But the winter months is what was rough over there.
Gotcha. I heard you say earlier that you would recommend the military to anybody, to younger people. So if there was a young man that got off track, you definitely would recommend.
I would recommend he go in. It would straighten him up, and he'd be a better man when he come out.
Okay. So tell me, how was the transition back into civilian life for you, coming from there?
Well, when I got out, I already had a job, so I didn't have to worry about that. The only thing I had to do is find a place to live for me, for my wife, and our child. And like I said, I had a transition wasn't all that bad
Okay.
coming back into civilian life.
Okay. So tell me, what kind of man did the military make you?
Oh man. Well, one thing, it taught me respect. How to respect my elders, how to respect my boss, everybody that's over me, because everybody's going to have a boss.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you're going to have a boss.
That's right.
If you ever get a job, you are going to have a boss. And it taught me to respect, taught me to do a good job when I work for a man. He deserves a good job.
There you go.
And that's what the military taught me, was mostly respect.
Wow. Well, that is awesome. I mean, this has been amazing. I've heard a lot, and you've taught me some different things that I didn't know. And you got anything else you want to say before we go?
No, I just thank you for this opportunity to be here and to tell my
thank you.
little story. And thank you for honoring my brothers and my sisters. They're all vets. But if you've ever been in the military, you're my brother or you're my sister, whether I know you or not.
That's right.
I would do anything for you to help you. Because we're brothers for life.
Well, you don't have to thank us. We want to thank you. And like I said before, thank you for your service, because without you, freedom would not be free, and we appreciate everything you've done for us. But before you go, I have a gift for you. Okay?
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
Well, I love giving our veterans gifts. And it's
Oh,
Voices
wow.
of Valor t-shirt.
Yes, I like that.
Yes.
I will wear that.
Yes, sir. So we definitely want to give you that.
Well, thank you, sir.
And I
God bless
just,
you.
once again, I appreciate you, and I appreciate your service, and anytime you want to come on here more and talk about your service, just talk. You just let me know, Mr. Rector, because I appreciate you.
Okay, and I appreciate you too, brother.
You are welcome.
God bless you.
God bless you, buddy.
Thank you.
All righty. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Voices of Valor. This has been another great show with Raymond Rector. He was an Army man, and his story is awesome. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank him. And we appreciate you tuning in to CCH Voices of Valor podcast. Have a good night.